So the Tawheed and monotheism, belief in one creator God, this is the core part of Islam, and it's also the core religious belief that people around the world, the majority of people around the world, also intuitively believe. So that's an interesting confluence. That's an interesting confluence, that the number one thing that people in the world believe in terms of religion, because there's different religious beliefs, the belief in the afterlife, belief in heaven and hell, belief in um, your good deeds will be rewarded, your bad deeds will be punished, belief in different religious moral claims. Those religious beliefs, they have different levels of compellingness. And how do we determine compellingness? Well, we can just say the number of people that believe it. So when it comes to belief in creator God, all-powerful God who has created the universe, that is the number one most compelling belief. That is the religious belief that is accepted by the most people in the world, compared to other religious beliefs, like beliefs in prophets, beliefs in angels, belief in hell, belief in Satan, belief in the afterlife. Those are less. But belief in the creator God, that is the top belief, and also within a religion. So even if you look at Muslims, like if you survey Muslims, their belief in God is more than their belief. Like there are more Muslims who are very sure, like they're very confident in their belief in God, as opposed to other beliefs. Same thing with Christians, same thing with Hindus. Like they're all like, this belief in one creator God is at the top. When you look across religions and also within religions across the world. And that also is the main thing that Islam is focused on. Our theology, Tawheed, one God, no partners, as the creator of the universe. That is also the main focus within Islam. So this makes Islam, just on that basis alone, on the basis of natural religious intuitions as studied in the cognitive science of religion, that makes Islam extremely compelling right off the bat. What Daniel is saying is not true. The world used to not be monotheistic. There were thousands of gods. So, yeah, there are all these religions that are polytheistic. But even within polytheistic gods, they believe in one supreme creator God in the major religions. Okay, so Hinduism, for example, is the archetypal polytheistic religion. Even Hindus, they believe in one powerful, all-powerful creator God. And sometimes they get into polytheism, sometimes they get into henotheism, but the idea of one creator God is still there. Now, if you're talking about non-major religions, and you're talking about like animism, for example, you're talking about different hunter and gatherer people, societies, then yeah, you can find a minority of them, of these hunter and gatherer societies, that they don't have this belief in one all-powerful God. They're animists, for example, or they believe in different spirit gods, or they believe like the mountains are gods and the oceans are gods and the skies are gods. These are animistic people. So those people exist. And this is also based on the intuition in spirit beings, which I covered in, right in this opening. There is an intuition in spirit beings. But again, I said we need to have a balance. There's a balance. So when people start to reflect, and when people start to think and reflect about the world, and they start to reflect on, the source of the world and the purpose of life, that kind of analysis and reflection, which is no longer becomes more analytic, then they become monotheists. Their thinking leads them to monotheism. And we see this in the history of Islam. We see that the Jahili Arabs, within the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century, they were worshiping all of these different gods. They also believed in Allah as the ultimate God, the all-powerful creator. They believed in Allah, but they associated partners with him. And the message of Islam that the Prophet ﷺ brought is a message of monotheism, that why are you associating idols and other gods with Allah? There is no other object worthy of worship except Allah, la ilaha illallah. And you reflect on that. You can think and reflect, and you will come to that conclusion. So this is the balanced type of cognition that is found in Islam. We're not saying that all intuitions are correct and valid and analysis has no place.